So I'm wondering, when is the right time to take on investment? When's the right time to seek investment?
When you really need the money. If you have no other course and you really need the money. But I think the great majority of young entrepreneurs often borrow money too early. Yeah.
The earlier you raise the money, the more it costs.
So wait as long as you can.
Do not until the last minute. And
I think the bigger question you have to ask, when are you willing to leave your job to focus on it?
Yeah.
And then the consequence of that is, do I need money to pay the bills and feed my family and pay rent while I'm working on this thing?
Yeah, I would tell you, when the business is growing faster than you can keep up with it, that's when you take money. If you feel just stressed because it's just very hard to keep up with, and you think if only you had money, you would be able to walk away from your job, and have more time, that typically doesn't change the dynamic of the company. The market demand was what should be your trigger. If you can't keep up, oh my God, there's just so many orders, or there's so much opportunity where people are ready to write me checks or hand me their credit card, but I don't have the money for inventory or the people to keep up with it. Take the money, otherwise be careful.
But if this is something that's really...
Is it too late though? Once you're at that point, is it too late to then?
No, because the demand is there. And look, as an investor, if we see that there's more demand than supply and we can just help you get there, raising money is easy. If it's the opposite, where you're telling us, well, there should be a lot more demand, but it's only because I don't have the time to apply to it, then that's a story that has a lot more risk. And as Damon said, it's going to be a lot more expensive.
When I was building the Corcoran Group, 5 years before I sold the firm, I was approached by Merrill Lynch, and they wanted to buy my firm. And it was a terrible real estate market. I was stretched out. I owed, for me, it was an enormous amount, $400,000. I didn't know how I was going to make it through this trough. And I accepted an offer for 50% of my business, from the 55 they wanted control, for $50,000. And lucky for me, they changed their mind. The market changed. I got through that. And 5 years later, I sold it for $66 million. Wow. That's an interesting lesson in selling too early.